The sequel is about Handsome Jack's rise to power, the power that you saw him wield in Borderlands 2. He's on the moon. We've taken him to the moon and taking his origin story and working with his 4 lieutenants, Wilhelm, Nisha, Athena, and Claptrap, who go on the journey with him to find out, or to get to the point where he becomes the megalomaniac psycho that he is. There is heaps of differences with this game. We've got 4 new playable characters just for a start. Although you've seen a couple of those characters previously in Borderlands 2. Wilhelm, for instance, was a robot boss that you fought early on in the game. He starts out as a man, so you get to develop his skill tree and perhaps develop his robot powers, like his pneumatic fist, or use his drones, or the surveyors. Satan Wolf has his action skill. And I guess we're also talking about Athena. Talk about Athena, Matt?
Athena was a member of an elite assassin crew working for the Atlas Corporation. But she became disenfranchised with Atlas. As the bigger and more powerful they got, the more corrupt they became. So after Atlas fell, she's looking for someone else to follow who she believes will stay heroic and true and won't be corrupted. And she's chosen Handsome Jack because she's not the world's best judge of character.
But set on the moon. That allows us some really, really cool options as far as gameplay and combat's concerned. There's 0 gravity there, so you can jump high in the air. And to make it even more high, we've added things like Oz kits. And Oz kits are special kits that you use to propel you even further. You can double jump. And the thing that really, really adds to the gameplay, particularly in combat, is what we call the slam. Now, the slam, you hit the crouch button when you're high in the air and you slam down the ground on your enemies, take them out, dealing heaps of damage. There's also, a few more weapons?
Ice weapons.
Ice weapons. Yeah, so we've got ice weapons. The moon's cold, so ice weapons became a bit of a reality there. We've made it, the ice weapons, so you can freeze the enemies over time. So first you can slow them down, and then you can freeze them solid, and then you can shatter them into a million pieces, which is a really cool thing to do. Lasers. It's the moon. Of course you'd have lasers. So we've got heaps of different kinds of lasers.
Ice lasers.
Ice lasers. Fire lasers. Corrosive lasers.
It's Borderlands.
We can
It's
do
like
all of
cold
that.
Fusion. It's like real fusion, but it's really, really cold. And we figure if that's real, then there must be ice lasers too, right?
Works
Science.
for us. It just makes it really, really cool. So the combat is really vertical. You get these awesome new weapons, and they've got heaps of new enemies as well. So we're showing off the Kragons. Now, the Kragons, they come up through the ground. They're really cool. They shatter into pieces themselves, but into more Kragons. So you just don't stop fighting them. It is so much fun. I mean, getting up in the air is awesome. Your mobility around the place in battle is second to none. And then once you're there, you've got those new weapons. You can slam down. You can take out many people at once. More guns, of course. It's Borderlands. There is so much cool stuff in this game.
And Borderlands, from the very start, from the first week of development, has been a co-op game. We love the single-player game. You can play the single player and still have the story and the adventure and the fun and the guns. But it's really a game that shines when you play it co-op. And we sort of double down on that. We have even more complementary skills, more interesting abilities. A lot of the items complement each other in really unusual and interesting ways. With the Oz kit, you can get a strafing Oz kit that does bonus damage while you're jumping and flying through the air. So you can have one player flying around over the air using up all their oxygen. But there's another Oz kit that says when I slam the ground, I create an oxygen bubble. So now one player can be fueling the other player's rampage. And if you can fuel your friend's rampage, you're a good friend. When you sort of talk about how difficult it is to do that sort of humor, the trick to Borderlands, and this is a huge thing that people are going to steal if I say it out loud, but the actual trick to Borderlands is when somebody in a meeting, any job you've ever had, somebody in a meeting at some point to break the ice has said something really stupid. They said, "Oh my God, wouldn't it be great if we did this?" In Borderlands 2, we had a bit where somebody said, what if there was a quest? Because all our quests, a lot of our quests, not all of them, but a lot of quests involve killing somebody. What if some guy's just like, I want you to shoot me in the face, and you shoot him in the face and the quest is over? In any other game or game company, everyone would go, ha 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 ha, and then get on with their day. In Borderlands, we're like, yes, that's correct. We're going to do that. However ridiculous and out of sight and mad it is, we consider that. So actually, it's just a lot of fun to work on day to day. It's a lot of fun to see those strange ideas coming from left and right field. And as long as we don't fall into the path of making it a parody, almost anything can go in Borderlands.
So we're developing this game for Xbox 360, and we're really proud of that. That's something that the fans will enjoy because we know that those who have played Borderlands 2 have played on the Xbox 360. So we're really expanding that experience and pushing that technology as far as we can. Hey, Xbox Canada, I hope you're really enjoying the game, because we are.
Yeah, me too.